Hi guys, Mofo here, back with some more awesome Robocraft fun. And are you all excited? Are you all terribly excited about Robocraft Unleashed coming out tomorrow? I know I am, and oh dear, dearie me, I've also had some other exciting news. A massive, huge shout out to Ranger 10700. This chap has actually been and bought me Reassembly, so I will be having a look at that game very soon. Thank you very much, Ranger 10700, for gifting me that game on Steam. That is amazing. I've been watching videos of it and looking forward to playing it for quite some time. So, what have I been up to? Well, I actually wanted to get a video out yesterday, and I spent a lot of time recording this footage. Do you remember this guy? This is the Ghost Wraith that I built based off the Carbon Wraith design that was featured on the website quite a while ago, with the large TX hover and looking splendid with its carbon weapons. And I actually I built two of these because I needed to make a build guide for you guys. Didn't really ever think it functioned that well. It only had 4 weapons on it, wasn't that stable in the low OC, and unless it had a lot of nano support and a great team behind me, it never really did that well. As you can see here, it's just dying and dying horribly. So I decided to try and upgrade this. I've got 2 versions of this, so I thought I'd have a go at upgrading one. I had 50 million RP, so I thought that was plenty to be buying my C6 cube. So the first thing I did was flesh it all out in C6 carbon cubes, so it looked rather splendid. And then I set about tinkering with it. The first thing I decided to do was to remove the TX hover. It was simply using up far too much CPU and didn't actually contribute as much as you'd imagine in terms of lift and stability. Also, I wanted to move the pilot seat. As you can see here, I made an attempt to Triforce the thing, but filling in that massive hole, it was just a real struggle against a CPU. In the end, this is what I came up with, and I think I did quite a nice job. It looks rather splendid, but after taking it out on the battlefield, as you can see, it was still fairly unstable. It didn't do particularly well at all. I didn't really enjoy playing with it because it was still unstable. The Triforcing didn't really get to work very well. It was meant to have an ejector seat. The trouble was with it being unstable and not functioning that well, it wasn't reaching a high enough OC fast enough. So there was a very real danger of it being one-shot quite a lot. So I had a couple of goes with it, and then I just decided to scrap the whole thing. Here we go, just scrap the whole thing and start again from scratch. I wanted to keep some of the idea of the elements of the Ghost Wraith, and I came up with this. This is the Ghost Wraith Phoenix. Now, when I took it out, it didn't do terribly well in the first couple of games I tried it in. But that was a bit difficult. At first, I had to change the weapon spread slightly. There was a little bit of collision, so in the end I raised up the weapons on the midpoint and the rear slightly, so it'd have a better weapon spread with no collision on the bot. But I also found it was having a terrible time in battle. Now, this one is a lot more stable, so it's a lot nicer to pilot around the battlefield. The only problem I had was with it being a sort of C6 build, all in carbon. I was limited to using just the T10 carbon jets, and I kind of haven't got any turning thrusters on this because there's no lower tier thrusters on there, and I didn't want to assign a set of the T10 ones to be turning thrusters, as it would take too much away from the power. Surprisingly, although it's got a good few jets on it, at T10, it doesn't seem to be that fast either. It's a fairly large build. Also, not particularly happy about not being able to use the T9 shape EP on it, and that I didn't manage to get in the same kind of the full shape. I really like the look of it. but it didn't do terribly well in battle. However, I've only had this out for 2 games, and in the 2 games that I was playing in, one of them was full of tread tanks, and they can just be a beast. You know, if you're up against pretty much a whole team of them, they're just a little bit overpowered. I really think something should be done about those. I mean, the thing that bugs me the most about them is people tend to come up with ugly designs, because it's just kind of, you can throw bricks on top of these, throw some weapons on them, and they still function really well. Um, so it's more the aesthetics that get me down. I don't mind people building better bots than me and people destroying me and being pwned, etc. That really doesn't get me down. But when somebody's just kind of thrown a flatbed of bricks with guns on it and stuck a load of tracks on there, it's kind of ugly, and it feels like it takes something away from it. I think they should be slowed down a little bit. There needs to be something of a setback to having them. They just seem to be the all-round go-to choice. It's almost like they're the SMG of movement type at the moment, and they seem to be just slightly, I wouldn't say OP, but just maybe too easy to throw a gun bed together, that's terribly effective but doesn't require any actual skill, particularly in terms of build technique or gameplay for that matter. So I really would like to see something done about that. But yeah, I had 1 game that was predominantly filled with these track beasts, and then in the second match I had, the enemy team had a myriad of copters and flying nano. So they had air superiority, and we didn't seem, I think we had 1 flying nano, and we didn't have any other aircraft at all, and they just completely owned us now. So, while I didn't do too well, and if anything, I felt a little bit let down by the design, especially on the steering. It was a lot more stable, the weapon spread was a lot better, but it didn't perform particularly well. Now, I may well be putting this down to the teams, and I'm willing to give it another go. And also, I'm not going to bin this one off straight away, because we're going to be losing the tiers, and so it'll be interesting to take it out and see what it's like with the new Unleashed system. And talking of the new Unleashed system, let's go and check out the info dump. It's been updated. So we've got Robocraft Unleashed, Freedom Engaged, full patch notes. So, summary. And apologies, you may have heard some of this before, but I'd just like to go over this because not everybody goes onto the website and not everybody sits down and checks out these patch notes, and I feel they're often full of very useful information. After many discussions with the Robocraft community, Robocraft Unleash arrives to address some of the core concerns and unlock maximum freedom for robot building and fighting, completely overhauling the progression and matchmaking systems within the game. All previous restrictions have been removed. No more tier CPU caps, no more tier minimum armor requirements, no more over tier restrictions. In fact, no more tiers at all. Total freedom allows you to build whatever robot you want, and new matchmaking will ensure you play versus robots of an equivalent power, taking into consideration your play level too. Okay, and this is still on track for tomorrow, which, by the time you're watching this, it could be today, it could be any moment, it could be out, you could be playing it. So, maximum freedom. The Robocraft community spoke and Free Jam went into action, removing all the restrictions and limits from the game and adding in its place maximum freedom with brand new matchmaking system. Yeah, some of this is a little bit repetitive, I'm afraid. Maximum freedom, just build whatever you want and take it into battle. Completely new matchmaking using robot ranking and player level. I do think it's quite nice they're taking player level into account, although I do feel with that you might lose out having noobs playing with noobs and experienced players playing with experienced players. Hopefully something with maybe the platoon system or the kind of margin on the brackets will mean that some noobs get to play with some higher level players, because really you need those guys to aspire to be. You need to be, oh excuse me, bit of windy pops. You need to be up against somebody better than you to learn anything in a game. So, it adds challenge and motivation and aspiration to the gameplay. So I hope it isn't too much set in stone, noobs versus noobs. Higher level players versus higher level players. Armor restrictions lifted completely. That'll be interesting to see. A lot more diversity in the bots, a lot more kind of creativity, not necessarily in the art bot direction, but in the how you construct a bot, what your tactics are for this, and where it puts you in amongst your peers. As I suppose that's what you have now, is you'll have sort of, you won't have real tiers that you can gauge or see, but I suppose you'll get a feel for when you build a bot in a certain way, what you're going to be thrown in against. So the tier CPU caps lifted completely. That is absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. I'd love the freedom of, if you've leveled and you've earned that 1511 CPU. I felt the tier restrictions with the CPU caps was a real kind of kick in the teeth to that. I understand why they did it. They didn't want seal bashing. Or seal clubbing, whatever you want to call it, noob bashing. But I did feel that, if you've earned that level of CPU, you should be able to get the most out of it. Over tier restrictions lifted completely. This is fantastic. This is great. I think one of the main problems people used to have was the kind of misconception that over-tiering was somehow higher-level players misusing the components that they had available. Whereas actually, if you over-tier, even on the old system, however much of an advantage over-tiering gave you, it always came with some kind of disadvantage or some kind of restraint on the build you were making. So I'm glad now there's no tiers per se, and it's matching up bot for comparable bot. It'll give you the freedom to do this as much as you like. Okay, brand new robot ranking gauge with pizzazz. Huzzah, wonder what that'll be like. Platoons now match made based on the average robot ranking between the smallest and the largest robot ranking in the platoon. RP rewards are now based on your performance in battle and the robot ranking of your robot. In small print they have robot ranking rebalanced on all cubes to assist matchmaker, and they're going to change the T1 designation of cubes to Mark 1, just so that people stop saying tier, I suppose. They've got a new progression system. They've overhauled, simplified the progression system based on player level. New components are unlocked each time you gain a new player level. Use the tech tree to see the cubes you're going to unlock next. Brand new leveled up animation. Oh, I won't get this ever. I may have to start another account to level through. I think I've got a beginner account that I was using for beginner tutorials. I might see if I can get that reset, or I might just start a new one to start from scratch just to see what it's like with the new level progression system and the unlocking. So no more TP, Uber TP. New stamp in Cube Depot shows cubes you've unlocked but never owned. A chat tag now shows player level as opposed to tier. Some notes here to say players who have unspent TP will have it converted to RP, which is awesome. Players who have unspent Uber TP will be reimbursed GC. Players who have cubes unlocked but have not reached the correct player level yet will get their player level increased to meet the maximum. So there's going to be a lot of players who actually get their levels boosted, but I don't see that as a cheat or any kind of problem. That's just bringing those players in line with the new system. And I think, they were there before. They've been supporting the game. They've got things unlocked. Good on them. Soon, rank will also be shown in the chat tag. That is awesome. New map. Awesome brand new 3rd series ice map. Completely new map design. Apparently they've used new techniques for this with lots of design input and testing ahead of launch to make this, hopefully, our best loved map. Well, I'd quite like a Mars one, please. Make a Mars one just as nice, if not better, please. This map has got full symmetry for both teams, which is awesome. I do feel some of the maps, now that we have 3 towers, are a little bit wonky and one-sided, especially offering an advantage for the rail campers. I've noticed on some maps it's far easier to go and play rail and camp near your base if you're playing on one side of the map than the other. They're adding flatter, less bumpy terrain, huzzah. Lots of pillar-like cover for robots of any size. Huge set-piece dam feature, yeah, we had a look at that in the last video. Looks awesome. Split play level for flyers. All maps now have flatter, less bumpy. They've mentioned this. They repeat themselves terribly often. Lava Planet will be next. Awesome stuff. Okay, we've got other big improvements. hoverblades completely reworked from the ground up. So that'll be interesting. Like I say, this is why it's probably best not to, if you've got a bot you've just made, it's not working terribly well, or it's not performing good in matches, it's probably best idea just to hold on to it for a bit and see how it works after the update tomorrow, or today, or yesterday, or 3 years ago. Are you in the future? Hello, sir, 2077. Hoverblades completely reworked from the ground up, stay upright more often, landing like a cat most of the time, more stable turning, even when tons of thrusters added, less air braking, faster! Thrusters make more of a difference to speed. Oh good, I really do hope so, and I hope that's also reflected in the larger TX Mega Hover. New mouse-driven build drive New mouse-driven build drive fight user interface. Be interesting to check out. New enter battle dialogue featuring the hexagonal Robocraft branding. We love those hexagons. Game modes renamed: Battle Arena, Boss Fight, Team Deathmatch. Good stuff. And I think after the update, I will be getting back to getting back to the classics and checking out some more of these. I'm going to do another RP grind, and I think I may well be even cracking out a mega, trying to platoon for some boss fights and going into Battle Arena and Team Deathmatch, so I'll be checking out the old classic as well. Boss Fight is challenge mode and mega boss battle combined. Boss Fight match makes based on the players choosing this mode only, so no more getting dragged into a challenge match when you're waiting for a team deathmatch game. All game modes give an equal billing on the selection screen. Good, I am really glad about that. I do think that they kind of shot themselves in the foot a bit by so heavily promoting the big clickable new game mode, whereas they should have given a bit more of an even spread to the different menus. But I think that's what the A/B testing was about. You can check that out on the forums. They've been gathering all kinds of feedback for that kind of stuff, and I'm glad to see they're now giving equal space to all of the different game modes. That should probably improve things a lot more. Brand new lobby screen, cleaner look. Interesting. Added an add friend button on the battle stats screen at the end of battle. Now that'll be really handy for people. You can now chat during the battle stats screen at the end of a battle. That is awesome. That is really, really nice. You can use numpad plus and numpad minus keys in test robot mode to test the overclocker at different levels. Huzzah, that has been definitely needed and is very welcome. And here we go, this is my favourite of all of them. It's only a simple thing, but the enter key now works for all in-game text fields. I.e. you can now enter your password and just hit enter, and I've got to say, it's muscle memory from every other game I play. Whenever I log into Robocraft, I type my name in, I type my password in, and then I hit enter, and then I look at the screen, and I go, why? And then I have to click on it, and it takes me more time, and I curse it, but no more now. I can just press enter without even thinking, and I will log straight in. Thank you very much, Free Jam. New high-ranked Overwolf combo Walker Copter for mega jumps, available at 70% off via Madork from the 28th of July. Well, I think we'll be having a look at that. It'll be nice to check out, and of course we want Overwolf combo Walker Copter just so we can say it, and mega jumps, yes. Mega jumps, we like that. You can also install Curse if you haven't already and follow instructions to get 2 free Curse voice holo flags and 1 day of premium. Some small print here. With hovers reworked, wheels are next to get some love, so hopefully we'll be seeing that soon. And then they've got a list of bug fixes and minor improvements. A bug causing legs to sometimes sink into the ground, fixed. A bug preventing your robot responding to input after accessing the pause menu, fixed. These are all fixed. A bug that caused the camera to go outside the mothership. Oh, they think they've got that fixed. I wonder how long it'll be before somebody is in chat saying, I'm outside the mega ship. A bug that allowed you to place tank tracks vertically rather than horizontally flat on the ground, that's fixed. A bug that made the player level bar incorrectly show your progress to the next level, fixed. A bug that caused things to overlap on the end battle stats screen on low resolutions, good stuff. They fixed a bug that made the OK button on the battle stat screen get pushed off the screen. It has lots of stuff to do with the GUI. Bug that caused some users to get the ×2 victory bonus repeatedly if you lose a game between wins. What a shame. Sounds like an awesome bug. A bug that allowed some hackers to bypass EAC client side. Curse you hackers, go to the naughty place. Fixed a bug resulting in the ×2 victory text disappearing even if you lose the battle. Yeah, I had that a few times. That was weird. Fixed a bug causing weapons to drop when in aim mode. They've also fixed a bug that allowed users to paste name into the friend or platoon invite boxes that contains a carriage return, which caused some problems server side. Oh, you wouldn't want to cause problems server side. Bug that caused the player's overclock HUD to cover up during chat. Blah blah blah. Fixed. Bug causing plasma splash damage to have some problems with special cubes. I wonder what those special cubes were. That's fixed. A bug causing the top half of the buttons for each battle stat to not be interactive. Fixed. A bug causing the red dot for the rail cannon to be seen even when the cannon currently aiming cannot shoot to the dot. Fixed. Awesome stuff. Background blurred when viewing battle stats end of game. A bug causing text to wrap incorrectly. Yeah, lots of UI stuff there that's been fixed. I imagine a lot of that's just because it's been overhauled and they've tweaked it and made it all shiny and nice. They've removed the video tutorial and pop-up tutorial screen, new users, and pause menu whilst we rework the tutorials. Yep, I'd asked Avak what had happened and why his video tutorial had been removed, and I hadn't heard anything back, but of course it makes sense that that tutorial predated this patch. Lots of things will have changed, so they'll obviously need to rework the tutorials, and very much looking forward to seeing some more of Avak's lovely work in the game. Default keyboard controls in build mode section were changed to match names in order of new buttons. Don't know what that even means. Load robot button was removed. Your robot is loaded and ready to fight when selected. Well, that's all absolutely awesome and fun and really cool and stuff. So now that we've done that, let's go and give this chap another go. And here we go. Look at his lovely shiny self. Let's get this guy into battle. Okay, so we're off in Hellion Crater. Oh, bit of lag. Oh, terrible lag. What was that? Yeah, as you can see here, it's a lot more stable, but it's not terribly effective on the old turning. Could really do with the benefit of some additional thrusters, but this is maxed CPU build. Wow, I really have got terrible lag. And I'd just like to thank everyone for their awesome responses to my last video. Special shout-outs go to Garv Prashar, Wad Mizard Lol, Alan Doust, Ashley Carruthers, Ben Not Telling, oh, Rails, killing me while I'm giving shout-outs. Where was I up to? Oh yes, TheAwesomeSoul, of course, and TheAwesomeSoul has put together a very nice list of YouTubers in the YouTube section of the forum. So go and check that out. I'll put a link in the description for that. Game Talk. Oh, I'm dead! Illum Assassin. Shout out to you. He's a guy I see quite often in the chat as well. He popped by to my channel to show support. Awesome stuff. Casey Applegate. Thank you. Thank you very much. The JP Gamer and One Cheffer. Thank you very much, guys, for showing me your support, commenting on my last video. Very nice of you, and it's very welcome. Thanks for the support, guys. And also a massive shout out to a Frowning Lizard. He was telling me in the chat yesterday that my channel had inspired him to make his own YouTube video channel. So much as Avak inspired me, apparently now I'm going around inspiring other people to make Robocraft channels, and oh, I'm dead! And that is just awesome. Now, see, it looks great. I'm gonna say we're not doing terribly well because I've been waffling a lot. I don't like the steering on it. Is awful. The stability is great. If I keep this, I will probably lose some jets of the T10, so I can fit on some other jets. Ouch. Oh, good. Medic. Yeah, it really needs to be able to turn better. We've not got a tower. I'm still on OC1. Oh, I really shouldn't have waffled so much at the beginning. Need to get a tower, really. Oh, I'm doomed. I am doomed. Okay, this is terrible. Terrible, terrible stuff. I hate trying to tell people what to do when I've got such a poor OC. Let's see if we can get this. Oh, there's a rail guy there. Okay, let's see if we can get some of these crystals done while he's hiding behind that rock. Oh, plasma bomber. No, helicopter. Ouch. Oh, what is left of me? Nothing, just some weapons. And death. Oh, let's go and help this guy a bit on this tower, since it's close by. Oh, he's done that side. Oh dear. Well, we don't seem to be doing terribly well here. I think this is game over. Yep, there we go. What a shame. Okay, well, I think I might actually do a little bit of work on this. It's a shame though. If I get rid of that, if I get rid of that, then I'm losing a C6 in a nice spec. Looks really nice though. I suppose I could take these EP off. They don't look particularly brilliant either. If we take these EP off from there, what does that give us? That gives us a fair bit. Movement. Can we get a couple of... what have we got? We've got some T7s. Can we get 2 T7s in? Yeah, we can. Oh, actually, I don't need to take those off there. I've got ones on the bottom. Ones on the bottom I could take off and leave that EP on. So I could get rid of those guys. And then we could stick... It looks horrible once you start sticking these on, though. I mean, they're really noticeable. The difference. I can't wait till they get more of these shapes out. Let's see. Possibly some T6s. It just looks horrible. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh. I'm not sure I can bring myself to do it. I'm really not sure I can bring myself to do that. Now we've got 4. So these 6 didn't even seem to be getting him going that fast. But I'm just going to try this just to see if at least we get the turning I don't like how that looks. Where can we get these on? So I am happy with the design. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's give this guy another go before we sign off, and hopefully we'll do a lot better. Okay, let's get straight to it. Now, it's obviously going to be a little bit slower, but just the fact I can steer well will be nice. I don't know why I'm heading over here on my own. I keep forgetting there's no tower there anymore, and it's over this side. Oh ho ho! Well, that was clearly the wrong thing to do. I really can't wait till they bring out smaller carbon jets. This guy does look hella nice, and if I had more varied jets, I could still probably have a nice turn of speed as well as some steering jets. Do still seem to be just ever so slightly laggy. Oops. There we go, we've got this. Yeah, I'm liking actually being able to steer a lot better. This is nice. Oh, sorry, sir. Let's just see if we can deal any damage on the core before I get destroyed. Still only OC1. That was my shocking error in having gone the wrong way. Oh! Really is a shame I didn't have the CPU to put the T9 shape EP on this. It would have looked very, very nice. Where's that coming from? Can't get a look-see on him.
Your top fusion tower is under attack.
Well, and of course, because they're T10 now, there's a little bit of oversteer I have to deal with. But it's a lot nicer than the wobble I was having before, where I just felt like I was losing control of the craft. Yes, excellent stuff. I've got a nano there. Yep. Awesome. Oh, we've lost a player.
Your fusion tower has been captured.
Come on, Nano.
SMG walker spotted. Tesla hover spotted.
Oh, they've got another tower. They're coming out this way as well, aren't they? Is he heading off over there?
Interceptor spotted.
Oh dear. Oh no. Oh, check it out. What a classy looking ejection seat.
SMG tank spotted.
That's awesome. That looks magnificent. I really wish they were smaller. So it actually had more thrusts on it than I thought. Okay, let's self-destruct. Let's see what we can do.
Rail tank spotted. Plasma bomber spotted.
We need to go out and get towers.
Modern fusion tower is under attack.
Is this going to be a
Plasma
death
bomber
trap?
spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack.
Yes, we got it.
Medic plasma bomber spotted.
Oh, ouch.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Cover spotted.
Let's see if we can get back.
Plasma bomber spotted.
Gets healed up.
SMG tank spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Medic hovers.
Yeah, let's go and get fixed up. It's nice. It's still incredibly stable, even on this kind of state.
SMG tank spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Your middle fusion tower is under attack. SMG tank spotted.
Seems to be wobbling a little bit. If I had a thruster, a hover shot out or something.
Clock cycle booster activated.
Oh, look at that cheeky guy! Okay, we really do need to deal some damage to their core. I'm only on OC6.
Plasma bomber spotted.
That's terrible.
Interceptor spotted. SMG tank spotted. Plasma bomber spotted.
Oh, what a shame we got some support.
Plasma bomber spotted. Plasma bomber spotted. Plasma bomber spotted. SMG walker spotted. Medic hover spotted.
There we go, let's see if we can deal some damage to this now. On OC7, so it should be a little bit easier to chip away. Oh, done for. Haha. Oh, that's quite sensible chaps. Most of them just left me to go. Still, I think that was the distraction that we needed to get that last tower down a bit. Now, if we can just get it all away and storm on in. Which tower is it? Ouch! Being shot from above. Missed the opportunity to get him while he was grounded. Oh! Yes, there we go. Time to storm the base. Let's see if I can get there in time. Oh, try heading the right way.
Rail tank spotted. Interceptor spotted. Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Plasma bomber spotted.
Oh, heck. It's taken the whole front section. That scuppered me. Still, that's probably the prettiest ejector seat I've ever made.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Plasma bomber spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack.
Just make sure he's spotted, see if I can self-destruct.
Your bottom fusion tower is under attack. Plasma bomber spotted.
Oh no! Don't be upside down. I've had a hover shot out. Just get me to the core. Get me to the core so I can land some hits. There we go. Can't shoot up at that. Oh dear. Wow, well it looks like we really managed to turn the tide on this one. Just chase him away from that tower.
Medic hover spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack. Interceptor spotted. Your top fusion tower is under attack.
Oh, the fiends have got a tower back. Might as well just try and plow on in.
SMG tank spotted. Medic hover spotted.
Got to keep on the move while this rail guy's on me. Oh, I should have just stayed at the core. Oh, what a shame.
You no longer have a cycle booster. Interceptors spotted. Medic hover spotted.
Oh, get this.
Crystal is nearly destroyed.
Can't allow that. I'm sure those guys are on it.
Interceptor spotted.
Wow, it's really neck and neck now.
Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
Doesn't look like we've got any defense, so let's get in here and make a difference. Get that last weapon off him. There we go. Lovely stuff.
Interceptor spotted. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your bottom tower has been captured. Your plutonium reactor is under attack. Your fusion tower has been captured.
Oh no, there's another one and we've lost. What a shame. Well, not a brilliant game. Maybe a bit too much waffling at the beginning and a bit of lag. Didn't help me get off to a great start at all. So, oh dearie me, I really will look forward to when they get these kind of style jets in all the different marks, as they will now be called, and then I can just have a couple of nice steering ones and get the rest into that. I might rework some of this. I really like the design. I might also mess around with the gun configuration a little bit, and with the EP I might sacrifice for some more build stuff. But I really like the look of it and will be excited to try it out tomorrow after the update kicks in. Hope you're all excited for the update. Let's just check the chat. Yeah, there we go. Mario Kart Pro is excited. Good stuff. Good stuff. Anyone else? Is anyone else? The hype train is real. Show their Sport Creations 98. Yeah, hey there, Tiger Assassin and Poison Boost. Oh, and there we go, Dr. Doofenshmirtz, who was, I think, the bane of my existence in that last game, is going on about pointless to remove tiers. But we'll see what will be the point, what will happen to the tech tree. It will be by level. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.